Hi and welcome back to SourceFed. I'm Mike.
And I'm Bui.
How much pubic hair is too much? Experts say
Mike.
Yeah?
Should you read the prompter, please?
Okay. A debate between presidential candidates Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump is currently in the works.
On Wednesday night, Donald Chunks appeared on ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live. Kimmel brought up Hillary Clinton refusing to participate in a California debate with the Donald Grump and asked whether or not he would debate Bernie Sanders instead. To which Grump replied, "Yes, so long as the proceeds from the televised event go directly to my charity, Great Wall of America."
Bernie Sanders accepted the challenge immediately, tweeting, "Game on! I look forward to debating Donald Trump in California before the June 7th primary."
I thought you were gonna do his voice.
Okay, game on.
Yay!
And so on and so forth.
Politics.
And other news. Paul McCartney, in recent interviews, has opened up a little bit about why the Beatles broke up, and it wasn't because of Yoko. Okay, it wasn't entirely because of Yoko. I don't know, I wasn't there.
Have you read her tweets, though?
No. Sir Paul pointed the finger at business manager Alan Klein, who was hired while the band was working on the album Let It Be.
Ain't it funny how the money make a band change? McCartney told BBC Radio 4's Master Tapes, "I was depressed. You would be. You were breaking from your lifelong friends."
Here's hoping that Mr. McCartney lands on his feet.
I'm sure he'll be just fine. Sure, he did a bit of the drinky for a while, but then he went on to record 25 post-Beatles studio albums as well as collaborations with other iconic music figures like Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, and Kanye West. Because when you're Paul McCartney and you're amazing and you're 187 years old, you can do shit like that.
He also talked about reconnecting with former Beatle John Lennon prior to his death in 1980. I'm gonna do this as Paul, if that's okay. I would make calls to John occasionally. We talked about kids and baking bread. Ooh.
That was amazing. Have you heard the conspiracy that Paul's actually dead?
Yeah, there's a bunch of Pauls. I wonder if one of the Pauls will be the pallbearer at his funeral, not his wedding. He has already had several of those.
J'adore France. For so many reasons. Their art, their culture, and their attempt to snap society into the present by forcing people not to work when they don't have to.
France has passed a new labor reform bill that bans companies with 50 or more employees from sending work emails after hours or on weekends or on holidays.
Benoit Hamon from the French National Assembly told the BBC, "All the studies show there's far more work-related stress today than there used to be, and that the stress is constant. Employees physically leave the office, but they do not leave their work. They remain attached by a kind of electronic leash, like a dog. The texts, the messages, the emails, they colonize the life of the individual to the point where he or she eventually breaks down. So much same, it hurts."
Though there is currently no punishment for those who break the law, I can only imagine it would involve shoving crepes down people's throats.
Or croissant.
Dog names. You have one if you're a dog, and chances are a person gave it to you. Now, unfortunately, people aren't great at coming up with names. For example, if you're a male and born in 1984, your name is Michael.
Definitely.
No matter what.
100%.
There's no one else. There's just a year full of Mikes, and they're all 31.
I feel like Mike is just the most common name of all time.
Yeah, well, when I was younger, there was Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson, and then your parents have a Mike, and you're like, maybe he'll play basketball or dance, but I can't do either.
According to a new poll, the most popular names for girl dogs, or betches as they prefer to be called, are as follows. 1, Bella. 2, Lola. 3, Lucy. 4, Daisy. 5, Coco.
There are 4 Bellas in my apartment building alone. That's not a bit, and I know that because my landlord has one. I think she got it to teach herself compassion, but she doesn't know how to train it, so she just yells at it like it's a person. Bella! 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 Dog's not gonna understand. What about the boys?
As for the Lee boys, the most popular names are Max, Rocky.
You know what, Bree? Never mind.
Yeah?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Unless you really want to, then...
I don't know, I guess we could just give it a shot, right?
Yeah.
Max, Rocky, Charlie, Buddy, and Lucky. Shit, you were right.
Thanks so much for joining us today here on SourceFed. Hope you've had a great day, and feel free to check us out on our Snapchat if you're into that sort of thing.
At SourceFed Snaps. So, what do you think about a Bernie Trump debate? Will you tune in? What do you think about France's ban on working after hours?
What was the worst dog name that you've ever heard? Did you hear that the Beatles broke up? In the comments.
The worst dog name I ever heard was Noli, and it was an acronym for No One Likes You, which is fucked up.
That's very sad.
Yeah.
Noli! 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 I annoyed myself.
Oh, and tonight, Animal Planet's Monster Week is back, featuring 8 days of ferocious beasts, supersized river monsters, and the 2-hour premiere of Yeti or Not. It all kicks off tonight at 9, only on Animal Planet.
I'm Mike Falzone.
And I'm Brie Esray. Also, it's hard to adult, you know? The insane cost of college and the average renter spent.
I have a neighbor named Ellen who associates as a man.